Now, I'm dropping things. Hello there, storytellers, and welcome to another Cast the Book video. So this video, I want to talk about my favorite, well, one of my favorite young adult classic novels, Pride and Prejudice. Here's the deal. In Cast the Book series, I like to pick face claims, fan cast for book series, popular culture stuff. I do want to do video games at one point, but I really wanted to do something special with Pride and Prejudice because it is so well known, because it has been done so many times in so many different formats. So because I wanted to do something special for this, I decided, why not make every character female? And, you can interpret their sexual orientation as you choose. It's up to you. I just really wanted to see this because I wanted it in my life and I needed it. Now, because there are so many adaptations of Pride and Prejudice, I really had to do a lot of research and find out what the canon information was. And I ended up, I found this chart. There's a lot happening. It's very confusing, but I had to follow it as best as I could, which obviously made picking some faces a little bit difficult. However, we're here, the video's happening, which means I managed to do it. So let's jump in with the role of Mr. Bennet, who I am naming Mr. Bennet 1. She's an odd mixture of quirks, sarcasm, and reservation. She's been married to Mrs. Bennet 2 for over 20 years, but is still an enigma. Mrs. Bennet 1 uses her cynicism to irritate her wife. Now, sadly, Mr. Bennet in the canon verse doesn't have any physical descriptions at all, so I had to go with whatever I wanted. Mrs. Bennet 1 is the patriarch of the Bennet family. Yes, I'm still keeping it a patriarch because gender roles are stupid. This is the part of the video where I piss off a lot of people. Mrs. Bennet 1 prefers to hide away from her wife's plans of marriage for their children rather than help either side of them. I decided to choose Kate McKinnon, who is an American actress and comedian known for Saturday Night Live and Ghostbusters. Now note that this is the only face claim that will be white in this entire video. So, if that bothers you or if you're a racist, you can go now. Bye-bye. Now we have Mrs. Bennet 2. She is a foolish, noisy woman whose only goal in life is to see her daughters married. She often repels those suitors for her children because she's just too much to handle. Appearance-wise, she was most likely considered beautiful by societal standards in her youth, and I decided to choose Sherry Som. Of course, this is the one I didn't look up. She's an American actress known for The Fosters and Sunset Beach. Next, we have Jane Bennet. She's 22 years old, the eldest and most beautiful Bennet sister, and she's definitely more reserved and gentler than Elizabeth. And she's described as an angel, but there's really not much else to go on aside from that. Now, I decided to pick Jessica Parker Kennedy. She is a Canadian actress known for The Secret Circle and Black Sails. Elizabeth Bennet, she's 20 years old. She's the novel's protagonist and the second eldest daughter. Elizabeth is the most intelligent and sensible of the 5 sisters. She's well-read and quick-witted. She's described as being the second prettiest Bennet daughter. Obviously, Jane is first, because Jane is always first. She has fine, dark eyes. Her figure lacks perfect symmetry, but is still light and pleasing. She's shorter than Kitty Bennet, tans in the sun, and is an avid walker. So I decided Jessica Sula. She's an English actress known for Skins, Recovery Road, and Split. And she, I think, is the one that I based everything kind of after. I found her and she just felt perfect. And so thus, this whole video began. Next up, we have Mary Bennet. She is about 19 years old. I will note that some of these don't have accurate ages, so I just kind of had to go with the clues and science and figure it out on my own. She is the plainest of the Bennet sisters, the only daughter who actually remained at home at the end and savored the fact that she no longer was being compared to her sisters' appearances. So I chose Symphonique Miller. I hope that's how you pronounce her name. If not, I suck at names and I'm sorry. She's an American singer and actress known for being the daughter of Percy Robert Miller and Romeo Miller, and she also played Casey in How to Rock. Next, we have Kitty Bennet. She's about 17 or 18 years old. Her actual full name is Catherine, by the way. She's 2 years older than Lydia, and like Lydia, she's girlishly enthralled with the soldiers. She's shorter than Lydia, but prettier than Mary. And apparently she also cries a lot, because her eyes are always red all the time. I don't know. Now I chose Daphne Blunt. She's an American actress, singer, web TV presenter, and fashion blogger. She's known for The Young and the Restless and The Thundermans, and you can actually find her blog at tostylewithlove.com. And the final Bennett sister, Lydia. She is 15 or 16 years old. She's the youngest of all 5. She's loud and outspoken, and Elizabeth describes her as self-willed, careless, ignorant, idle, and vain. And her parents really don't do a lot to tame her wild essence and her tendencies, which is probably why a lot of shitty things happen in this plot. She is irresponsible with money and doesn't really get the idea of consequences. And as for a physical description, I have nothing. So I picked Amandla Stenberg. They are an American actress known for The Hunger Games and Sleepy Hollow. And next I have George Wickham, a handsome fortune-hunting militia officer. Has good looks and charms and actually went to Cambridge. And there's not really, that's it. That's all I need to know. He's an asshole. And I picked Isa Gonzalez, a Mexican actress and singer known for From Dusk Till Dawn, Baby Driver, and soon to be in the Hobbs and Shaw movie, which I think will be absolutely terrible, but I need to see it anyway. Next is Charlotte Lucas. She's 27, is Elizabeth's best friend. She's pragmatic and doesn't see love as the most vital part of a marriage. She's described as being quite plain. So I picked Angel Colby, who is one of my favorite actresses ever. She's known for Merlin, The Tunnel, and Dancing on the Edge. Next is William Collins, which I said really fancy for a reason, we'll find out. 25, rector of Hunsford in Kent, cousin and heir to Mr. Bennet, or in this case Mrs. Bennet 1, and was at one of the universities. I don't know which one. That's all I have. Known for being pompous and idiotic, her own social status is nothing to brag about, but she takes great pains to let everyone and anyone know that Lady Catherine de Bourgh serves as her patroness. Described as tall, heavy-looking, and held very formal manners. I picked Gina Rodriguez, who is iconic and just beautiful. American actress known for Jane the Virgin, Miss Bala, and Carmen Sandiego, which if you haven't seen it on Netflix, I highly recommend. Loved it. Really good. Colonel Fitzwilliam, late 20s around, not known for being attractive, but did have a lovely personality. Younger child of an earl and niece of Lady Catherine de Bourgh, also the co-guardian of Georgiana Darcy. Now I picked Toctien, or Toctien. I tried looking up a pronunciation and nobody was giving me quite a clear answer, but she's a Vietnamese model, singer, and actress. Whew, I feel like we need to take a moment here and, just have a glass of water, hydrate, think about some things if you need to. This is a lot. There's a lot of fancy names coming. And I just really gotta steel myself for it. Lady Catherine de Bourgh. She's referred to as Lady, followed by her last name because she actually is the daughter of a higher nobleman. She gives unwanted advice on how other people should live their lives, is Miss Collins' patron and Darcy's aunt. Lady Catherine fully encompasses class snobbery, especially in her attempts to order the middle-class Elizabeth away from her well-bred, in this case, niece. Many young women have gotten governessing jobs through her recommendations. So I picked Ha Phuong. It did my best there. She's a Vietnamese singer and actress and is also the middle sister of 3 who run a Saigon record company. Anne de Bourgh, obviously Catherine de Bourgh's daughter. She is described as being pale, thin, small, sickly, and crossed with insignificant features. So I picked Emily. She's a Vietnamese and French artist and singer. Next up is Fitzwilliam Darcy. That was fun to say. She is 28, described as being tall, handsome, noble, and admired greatly by all at the first ball, though really sucks at manners. She's the eldest of a wealthy and well-established family and the master of the great estate of Pemberley. Intelligent, forthright, and has a tendency to judge too hastily. I picked Bella Hoang Vu, who is a Vietnamese model and was the second runner-up for Miss Supranational 2018. I got there, we did it. We only have 3 more, and the next one is Georgiana Darcy. She is 16, I believe, most likely Elizabeth's height or slightly taller, and with a formed figure and a womanly, graceful appearance. She's seen as being sensible and having good humor, and her manners were perfectly unassuming and gentle. So I picked Lana Condor, who I adore. She's a Vietnamese-born American actress known for X-Men Apocalypse and To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Next we have Charles Bingley. 22, lived in London. Bingley is described as being good-looking and handsome, shorter than Darcy. And I picked Janina Gavankar, who's an American actress and musician known for Arrow, True Blood, and Vampire Diaries. And finally, Caroline Bingley. She is about 20 years old, an attractive and unmarried woman with a large inheritance from her father. She aspires to marry rich and high on the social food chain, is arrogant, offensive, mean, jealous, cunning, and false. But still, in the end, she's the reason Elizabeth and Darcy end up together, so everything kind of backfires for her. I picked Naomi Scott. She's an English actress and singer known for Terra Nova, Power Rangers, and Lemonade Mouth. And that is the all-female cast of Pride and Prejudice. Fight me if you want to, but like I'd win because that's a stupid stance to take, which I will stake you. I got there, do my best. So if you have any suggestions for any of these characters or any series, book, whatever that you want me to fan cast, or how you have your own fan cast, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. This is actually a lot of fun to do. I like doing these because it's nice to, I always find someone new that's famous and find new things to watch because I don't, explore a lot. I'm a very boring person, which is why I don't vlog. But if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed my mispronunciations of many things, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button so that you can become part of the Storyteller Squad. Also, in the description below, there will be a link to my Patreon page where you can become a formal member, a more elite member of the Storyteller Squad. But anyway, thank you for watching and keep on shining, Storyteller.